Hey, pouring art people. Today I want to do a piece in honor of Robb Elementary. That is the school in Uvalde where 19 students were killed. I'm going to do a clock painting in the school colors. I am going to add a little gold because their school colors are maroon, black, and white. And I feel like it just kind of needs a little something else. So let me get you down. So I'm giving you a brief glimpse of the fail. The paint wasn't blending right, wasn't moving right. It was just terrible. So I started again and I cut the process of the first try out to make this a little shorter, but I don't want to, I want to share my failures as well as my successes on this. So we're trying again. I don't know if it's my technique or my blow dryer. The blow dryer I'm using, I actually got for alcohol inks, and it did a real good job moving them around, but I noticed when I was using it on acrylics, it wasn't moving them very far. They weren't blending at all. And, when I got the straw out, they moved just fine. So, I don't know. I am taking a class later this summer where I'll be working on the Dutch pour. And maybe after that, I'll have a better idea of whether I need to purchase a different blow dryer or if it was just me. But if you look there, the paint's moving a little bit, but it's not moving over itself. The colors aren't moving over each other. They're not blending at all. So yeah, I've got this part sped up for you. Probably 80% of the videos sped up just to make this a little faster, so it ends up being a pretty short one. But I did get a successful piece out of this at the end. This one is sold. I'm donating the proceeds to the Robb Elementary Memorial Fund, and I'm also going to match that. I had decided after doing this one that it might have been better to do black as the background. The reason why, I don't think it does it so much on the second try, we'll see, but on the first try I had a lot of trouble with the black mixing with the white and turning gray. So I am going to do the painting in these colors one more time, switching white and black around so that black is the background. And that one will be up for sale if anybody's interested in buying it after the video goes up. And I will also donate the proceeds for that one to Robb Elementary. Not a lot to say about this one. Pulling stuff out with the straw, trying to get a more blended look without it being too blended. It took a lot of fiddling, fussing around to get this to be something that was kind of in line with the look I wanted. But even though it was quite a bit of work, so to speak, I did really enjoy this, and I find I enjoy working on records. The only thing I don't like about working on records is they don't really have much of a side, so it's hard to not accidentally get your finger in the edge of the painting. And I don't recommend working on them with a house base paint unless maybe you've got it taped down to a spinner or something, or you're not going to have to touch it much because the paint tends to get sticky and you're sticking to the edge of the record, and that's not helpful at all. That's starting to come together a little bit here. Still a few parts I don't like, obviously. But I just keep blowing it around, and at points I add certain colors of paints in places to get it more in line with the composition I'm wanting. And pardon that half yawn. It's early. This is actually my second time recording this voiceover because the first time there was such a bad buzz in it, I had to re-record it. I do definitely like this color combination. I also think the gold was a good call. I just don't think the black, white, and maroon wine, whatever you want to call it, was enough by itself. I put that white in there to give something for the other colors to blend into, because I didn't like the way that middle part was blended. I had a real hard time getting that part over there. And in fact, I didn't quite get it blended the way I wanted, but I did kind of like it in the end. I think it's going to be really pretty once it's resined. It is my least favorite of the three I did so far on records. You haven't seen my favorite yet. That will be coming up. I'll probably post that one next week, and then do the re-pour of this color scheme the following week. And the one I'm doing next week doesn't really look like a Dutch pour per se, but it turned out really cool. I did a lot of fussing with that one too, though. When I retry this, I'll probably just go straight to the straw and not mess with the blow dryer. Maybe I need to get one of those puppy 2000 things for the time being until I get this blow dryer figured out. But in any case, I finally did get something that I really liked. There were parts of it I didn't love, but the overall piece I was happy with. And I think it's a pretty cool pattern for basically the background of a clock.
Well, I have mixed feelings about this one. I'm probably going to cut a lot of this out because it took so long. So here, let me get these extra lights off and give you a look. It has got a lot going on. And some really cool parts. I like this part over here. Look at that gold. this part right here. That part's not too bad. Down in here I really like. Really, the main part I don't like is this over here. I just couldn't get it to blend and look right. Yeah, there's a backed out view. As always, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, dislike, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified when my new videos come out on Fridays. And I will catch you later.